Not sure of the first step you need to take in building generational wealth? Well, today I'm going to share a quick and essential action step you need to take for creating a legacy. Remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, then hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video sharing wisdom and insight pertaining to STEM professionals and attaining and creating the life you've imagined. As a certified financial planner professional, I love sharing topics like this to help the Wealth Gap Closers community gain clarity and peace of mind. So let's get into it. You can easily create generational wealth by doing this one thing, and that is adding beneficiaries. I read an article that stated that over half of Americans do not have a beneficiary named on their retirement accounts. And that just really struck me because it is something, and they even pointed it out in the article, that this is something that could be done in about 3 minutes. For one, you can check your beneficiaries. It doesn't take long to do that. And then the other is you can go through and review them. Make sure that you have the proper person named as your beneficiaries. This is an important task that I would say you want to go ahead and do right now. When you look at your retirement accounts, such as your 401k, your 403b, 457 plan, your IRAs, whether it's the Roth IRA or traditional IRA, you have health savings accounts. You also have life insurance. You have long-term disability accounts. Really look at all of these different aspects of your financial planning and your financial planning accounts and discover what are the beneficiaries, who is named. And then if it needs to be updated, do that as well. Because the last thing you want to do is have a life event that may be that a spouse of yours is deceased, or a spouse, you no longer have a spouse, maybe you've been divorced. The last thing you want to do is have those funds passed to them. So that article stated that over or almost 60% of Americans did not have a beneficiary named. And I'm just really baffled. So at this time, this is the time of year to go ahead, take care of that. Take the time. This is a part of you creating your legacy, a part of you being true to yourself and generating or creating generational wealth like you want to do. Now, if this is resonating with you, and if you know somebody that you feel like, okay, they need to hear this too, please go ahead and share this video with them right now. The other thing a lot of people miss is that they may not have added or even know that you can add a beneficiary on your savings account, your checking account, even your brokerage accounts. And let me give you the terminology for doing that. So if you have a savings account or checking account, when you go to a bank, just tell them, I need to add beneficiaries onto these accounts. It's actually termed payable on death, or POD. Whereas if you need to add beneficiaries to your brokerage account, then you can do the same thing. Talk to your financial advisor or the institution that you have your brokerage account at, and you can say, hey, I need to add a beneficiary onto these accounts. And with that, it's called the transfer on death, or TOD. So again, these are very simple, very easy to do, and they're a part of you creating and crafting that personal financial success story that is going to be pertaining and aligned with the life that you've imagined. So I'm curious, put in the comments below, have you heard of TOD or POD? Is that a term that you're familiar with? And for extra added discussion, tell me, have you even done this? Have you added beneficiaries? Have you checked your beneficiaries to make sure that they're all up to date and that they're added on all these accounts? And lastly, while you're added, I would say you might as well go through and look at your emails, especially the email you have at work. Check and do an inventory, do an audit to discover, do I have any personal data coming into my work email? Do I have logins and passwords and usernames that are using my work email address. Because the reason why I want to bring this up to you is when you have a work email address and you're connecting it to your personal financial life, if something were to happen to you, God forbid, you pass away or you get laid off or you get terminated from that position or that job, your family and even you may not be able to get access to those accounts that are connected to your work email address right away. Or you may not be able to get access to it at all, because a lot of times when you leave an employer or if you pass away, those employers don't want you or your family members to be able to go in and look at personal information that's tied to work information. There could be a lot of confidential information that pertains to the job that you did, and they're not going to give that access up to you very easily at all. So I would say right now, go ahead and do an inventory, check through all your emails that you're receiving at work, and change that email address if there's anything that's connected to your personal financial life or even just your personal life in general. Go ahead and start using a personal email address that you'll have access to whether you're at work or not. If you are a mid-career, ambitious Black woman STEM professional that just feels like, I don't know what I don't know, or I have way too many options, too much information, I'm not even sure where to start, and it's paralyzing you, I would love for you to go ahead, use the link in the description to schedule a strategy session. And then that way I can learn more about how I can support you on your journey to financial freedom and independence to have the life that you've imagined. If this video resonated with you, if this topic resonated with you, please comment below. Let me know. I'd love to understand more about your situation. And be sure to check out the next video where we continue to discuss financial wisdom and insights pertaining to you gaining that peace of mind and financial freedom for the life that you've imagined, especially for STEM professionals. Please check out the link in the description.